So our heroes have positioned themselves around this large room. It's usually a big dining room that people sort of gather, but there's plenty of room in here. Lightbringer, Crownbringer is sitting up front, looking across from Zeph. What's Zeph doing?
He's playing with my salt.
So your hand is in the bag of holding. Rubbing your fingers. Hopefully they're clean.
Yeah.
With the salt. So all right. Sunny and Rocky are sitting at a table together. It's like, what are we talking about, you two?
He's going to fill Rocky in on their adventure to hell.
And how does Rocky react to all this?
Goddess went to hell and beat the dragon thing? Oh.
Handily.
Yes, she did. And she was inspired with some type of divine spark that kept her from being enveloped in the time stop. We're not quite sure what it was, but she had a sparkle and glow about her the entire time in hell.
I'm
eavesdropping. So.
Rocky's insight's a 21.
All right. Rocky feels that it's because of him. It's got to be the power that you're doing.
We will help her.
Become more powerful.
She will be most powerful goddess in all land.
So, let's see.
Have you been to the new place yet? We're building for her? No, I have not. It's just outside of town. We got some extra land from Queen to help Belny because her land is bad. So we make good place for her.
I put my head down on the table.
Have Belny roll for.
Are you on a hot chair?
Are you listening to them?
Oh my God!
Do perception.
Did you hear that nonsense?
I didn't hear that.
I mean, I keep leaning against the edge of the bottom.
It's like there's a good
It
pillow.
was only a 9.
There's a good pillow on the seat. You may have put 2 or 3 pillows on to reach the top of the table. There's got to be tables. Maybe that's the table. Maybe it's the kids' table that you're sitting at. So you rolled a 9, so you didn't hear any of that talk over there. But of course, that's also because you're probably not trying to listen to, because you're afraid to make eye contact. I'm assuming.
That's why I'm putting my head down on the table. I'm done with you all.
So how far above the table is
Stop.
your head? Okay.
Stop!
I was just wondering if it's like this.
She looks like Kilroy.
Or if you're just heads on the table, or if you have enough room for your arms and your head down.
Heather, do you see what I have to put up with? Yeah.
Don't make a short character.
She is a short character. She is a short character. She's a gnome. So she could
Too late. I'm a gnome. I'm already short.
she could totally relate.
Every single time, this is what I have to deal with.
Yeah.
Nobody's punted her yet.
Fourth runner.
Afraid to touch her.
Good.
I say, have you ever seen a nature smite? Well,
Yes.
yeah. So again, it's been a little bit since you saw Doc.
He hasn't been back into the room yet.
And he's not been back. None of you can sort of feel his presence very well. It's like even like you magical, like Crownbringer felt when you all were coming down, when Doc was standing beside of you, you felt a little bit of peace. It's almost like some of that sludge that was on your crest felt like it was almost sliding
Kind
off.
of radiance or something.
Yeah. So it was a nice warmth. And
Well, I've been walking through the entire place with the aura of purity on as well.
yeah, no, but Doc's different.
Okay.
Doc's it's not a purity. It's just
A different feeling.
it's like a radiant warmth of good flowing from him. I was actually going to get like when you were close to, it's almost like you felt like a moonlight coming down on you. And I wouldn't say it's the sun since you're a drow, but it's almost like a moonlight warming you too. It's like that's like the feeling. Like in your 50 years above ground, sometimes you would sneak out in the moonlight where and it was a warm day with the breeze flowing, and you would feel that, and it's like that's how you felt next to him. Rocky, when he was close to, felt like he was at home in the mountains, like long ago before he ever became what he did and fought through. It's almost like he was a young boy, just running through the rocks and the mountains, just enjoying time with his friends.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
And it brings you to song. Zeph felt when he was near Doc. Basically, the closest thing I would describe Zeph is how Zeph felt when he was in the salt mine. Heaven. It's like heaven. It's like, yeah, it's just like that. That's how it felt, and it's all in his mouth filled with the taste of salt after it leaving. So Belny smelt like a field of grass on a nice day. It's almost reminded her of home a long time ago, to a point, without bringing up any bad feelings or memories. So when Doc left, some of these feelings faded, and you sort of kick back to reality a little bit, remembering his final words before the time stoppage about how, what did it mean by saying we can save Omni? It's like, are you all want to discuss this while we wait?
We bring in Omni back. Those other mind flayers don't know how to act.
I'd very much like to bring my friend back.
I want to know.
And I have a plan on finding his book.
You take his book?
Only once.
I do not understand. Men die. That one take his necklace. He has to go take a sleep because he took the necklace. Woke him up. Now you want to go take his book. So if I die, you want to take my net?
Maybe.
May I ask what all you have? In case you die?
You just have to loot me. Good luck.
No wonder you all feel bad when Healer leaves. You're bad people.
Melody, would you like to find your friend?
Oh no, we just must take what he has.
Melanie's head is still on the table, apparently.
I just want to know how we can do this. I mean, I saw what happened.
So roll.
Maybe we open Mind Flayer's head and take the brain out.
Yeah, roll for insight, Melanie.
Could you use some of this divine power that you used in Hell
Good thing I get to roll
to
over.
possibly bring him back?
Not a whole lot better. 9 plus 4 is 13.
Well, you recall that you did see Omni's charred, lifeless body being used by a drow necromancer, and you also recall now that part of his mind's in there. But luckily, you've been around people, and you remember about how Roger has been sort of cursed with a pact with the hag, and that the Mind Flayer apparently has formed some type of pact with that 9th level demon using.
But if we
Omni's
bring him
soul.
back, is he going to be charred remains or?
Well, even if his charred remains, as long as his mind would be good.
No,
I'm
no.
sure you
I'm
walk around like a
fairly
bug.
certain the
I mean,
mind will be
He
the.
wasn't exactly charismatic with the people.
So you want him to walk around like a hot dog weenie and be grateful for you all?
Absolutely.
I was like, I should just
I'm
roll for
not-
initiative right now. And
I'm not willing to bring him back if he's going to be
But we gotta have the book.
miserable and
We gotta find the.
burnt.
So you want to be like
Magical
Deadpool.
And how do you intend on finding a book?
That's the secret. We'll find that out
Well-
once we figure out what to do with Omni. Because if
So-
we're not gonna bring Omni back,
To
Why do we need
question,
this book?
Omni was the one that my cousin had, flaunting him in front of all of us when we went and fought the Drow.
Yes.
well, I don't know. I wasn't there.
So we need to recover. I guess the more pieces we have of him, the better the opportunity would be to reassemble him.
Does anyone have like who's got the highest arcana?
Of these or
No, but yeah, everyone at the table.
Mine's just
Okay.
+1.
So
Probably.
Natural 10.
maybe you.
Bro.
It might be the bard.
That's probably that.
hold on.
What is yours?
4.
Don't you get a bardic knowledge roll just as a coverall on everything?
No, that's like he can't bardic inspiration himself.
No, that's it.
He could bardic inspiration someone else
Yeah,
roll.
I can't borrow against
Do you want to roll and try or what?
Everybody else has already done.
I mean, if we switch it over to religion, I got a little something for you.
And I thought they had.
Yeah.
Did we take any type of short rest, long
No,
rest?
there's no-
Okay, I was just
yeah,
checking
yeah,
because my stuff's still.
Yeah,
says
everything's still there.
okay.
And just
I didn't roll Arcana
He
because
did.
yours is higher than mine. Well, his didn't succeed, so can you roll your stuff?
Mom's a 9.
It's a 9. 17.
Oh, look.
Get
So,
you a
okay.
hot roller.
So, well, first off, your first thought comes in is like that you could preserve the body in salt.
But
I was gonna throw this out there. That could work.
the salt, as we have established, imbued by Zeph's power, also dissipates all the magic around it.
But from my understanding, he was burned to the bone.
If we put the parts in your bag, would that preserve him?
It's too small. You'd have to chop them up.
Well, that's okay. At this
No!
point.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, if we can bring him back, it ain't gonna matter. He's already burned up.
Does
I
he want
mean,
to be a skeleton?
he should be small parts at this point.
It's like he wants. He probably denied. It's like.
Good thing he doesn't have a choice in this.
The spirit does have a choice not to return.
No.
The spirit does.
I am not. No. No.
Not always. A druid can force reincarnation and put him in like a squirrel.
Actually, they do have that to where they can bring someone back,
But
and
that
they're
is-
different race, different all sorts of other stuff.
that's
Once they get out.
Reincarnation.
That's a second
I'm not.
spell.
I'm not.
It's pretty soon.
Yeah, but there's also an
Oh,
evil
yeah.
archdruid out there who's looking for a stick.
I am not going
And
to bring him back
priests
like
can do
this.
the major rest.
Well, you got one right there beside it.
Has he got major yet?
Yeah, I don't
No.
think you haven't got major yet, have you?
Majors too.
Majors, yeah.
Yeah, so we're still a little bit away.
Might be next level to get 5th level spell.
But we'd have to preserve him for X amount of time for him
With salt.
with salt.
All right, so
There's a spell for it.
So
it
that-
requires a
What
pinch of
was the
salt,
rest
but
of
yeah.
his thoughts other than the salt?
that's well, he's trying to think about if there's anyone in the castle left, but all the two most powerful mages in the land that he knew of is one was his master, Omni, and then the other most powerful one around was actually
Azog.
Yeah, we were
Azog.
talking about.
So like in his mind, he's like Azad could be the key. That's in Zeph's mind. To
I'm
bring
not
it
okay
on.
with that either.
I wonder if we could talk the Guardian of Highborn to possibly put him in storage and time stop that particular room
Well,
because he would not decay. It's an idea. I mean, I'm gonna say.
I'm just letting.
I'm just saying, like, if if he could time stop everything, he could put it in one room.
Was the house time stop? It even like the Guardian didn't have anything. Like that's like the
It
Guardian.
just happened.
Yeah, like
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know if the Guardian actually did it.
It's like the Guardian has powers, but the house has its own set of powers too. Just imagine that this house is a 20th level.
Oh no!
Does anyone know
The gnome had it.
high-level cleric we could possibly find?
Oh, so that could be something you should try to look up, a high-level cleric.
High-level cleric, one that's a little higher than what we got, or I don't know if there would be anything in the book. Even if we was to find the book, if someone else could read it and possibly give us some insight into that.
What is this book you keep talking about?
Oh yeah, so some characters don't know about the book.
It is, well, it was Omni's special book,
Okay.
and it was like his special spell book, I guess.
Okay.
And I hold my hand on top of my head and ask Scotty for some information. I need to know about your old character because I couldn't read it, so.
Roll for history there, Jimmy.
Okay.
It was the book of answers and.
Well, that was once he combined it. I didn't touch it after because I got to see the original book. Is what I originally graded. I don't know about the others.
It's just a spell book.
17.
It's not quite just a spell.
10 is 20.
You do remember it was enhanced because it merged into his spell book, merged into like the history of the sorcerer that brought the mind players into the world. But you don't recall ever seeing Omni really doing anything with the book, other than he was really protective of it. I think the word extremely or obsessive.
I might fix something.
Could you describe said book to me?
It's a spell book.
It's a book, and again, it's a legendary item.
How does
You
it
can grant
look?
Very basic.
Leather bound.
And while this is going on, come Doc. So you asked how to describe it. So Doc comes in and pretend this is a table, please. I couldn't find my table
Yeah, you
prop.
got two people away.
And he says, "Here's it is."
Of course, everyone's up when I'm about to do this.
You're missing the big break.
So Doc comes in and there's a table in the middle of the room, and he says, "It's funny you should ask about the book." And he lays out on the table a book.
Can I tell if that's it?
Yes. You don't have to roll. You don't have to roll for it because everyone that has ever seen Omni will know that is the book that he always carried around for a while.
I remember the old book.
Doc,
Felt good in my hands.
can you please explain what you meant? There's been too much talk going on in here about what possibly could happen, how we could do it. Just tell us. Just
What are you wanting to do?
Can we bring Omni back?
I said I've been tasked to save Omni.
how?
I've been tasked to make sure Omni doesn't become a lich.
Knowledge religion of 17.
He's 20. So,
No, I'm talking about for my character to understand how one becomes a lich.
It's not well known how to become a lich.
So I'm just gonna ask Doc, how would he become a lich?
Omni's soul has been tainted by the Mind Flayer. And the Mind Flayer unwittingly created a link to the afterlife, binding Omni's soul from going on. Adding to the fact that soul is linked to the 9th level demon. He's literally creating a binding from the celestial homeworld, afterlife, all the way down to the lowest level of elf. And there is a string that is formed between the two, and it will widen and grow. right, until it breaks apart this realm completely. To save Omni is to save everything.
Mhm.
And no pressure, but the darkness.
Yeah, of course not.
The darkness is the one that convinced the 9th level demon to make the pact to begin with the Mind Flayer.
Perhaps we should find what the specifics of the pact are. Maybe Omni would be obliged to uphold an end to the pact to complete his destiny in this realm. Isn't that how the pacts work with the demons and hags and all other manners of evil?
That's the thing. Omni did not make the pact.
I understand, but if he takes up the pact with the
Did he
demon
have a
and
choice?
cuts out
You are a
the
drought.
and cuts out the Mind Flayer from the pact,
Wait,
he could renegotiate the terms.
You know what? That's I can actually live with that. And then Doc sits there and goes, "How are you going to get Omni's mind, or it's really hit piece of his soul out of the Mind Flayer? Even we do not know how to do that."
I would levy a bet that the demon would know how to claim the soul.
It's what the demon wants, because if the Mind Flayer dies, he has Omni's soul, and that means that he got what he wanted.
So we leverage the soul as a bargaining chip, which the demon already believes he possesses as the part of the pact. And as I said before, work around the middleman. Have Omni rework the pact to his favor. He's already dead. What would be 4 more years or whatever he gets out of the pact? Other than to perhaps save this world.
Doc's a little creeped out.
So,
Considering his, you know, again, he's got a pact with a high-level celestial seraphim.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little freaked out too.
But again, this is why he's been sent back, because the seraphim and the ones up there do not know what to do thanks to this.
Well, how do they expect us to know then if they don't?
It's like sometimes mortals see the impossible and make it happen because they don't know it's impossible. But again, he puts his hand on the table and starts poking the table. Said this book might know or have some keys to unlocking what we can do to save Omni.
What
like
language is the booklet written in?
Can I go to the book and see if...
All right, go to the book. So the book will not open for Bellany or go off the table.
Okay, so I'm coming back. Chef,
Chef, respected Omni.
well, I did too, but if Doc thinks this book might hold some of the secrets, will you go see if you can open it? Crownbringer's trying first,
me and the book.
apparently.
we had a history.
You touch the book and it's very, very warm in your hand. Like extreme.
Him?
Yeah, it's
Because Chef Zeph's still just standing there.
yeah.
It's very warm to the touch, but I can't pick it up.
It will not let you pick it up. But it's warm.
I think the book doesn't like me.
So it's almost, just to let you know, it's almost, you feel almost as if when you touched it, something looked at you.
Can you tell us?
I felt like something looked at me when I touched the book.
Oh, perhaps there is some sentience left. Speak with dead.
It's just an object.
It's a book.
I was just
I know, but it's
testing it for sentence.
It's like when you try to, like, it is just an object. It has never been alive.
What are you opening me like that for?
Go see if you can open the book, please.
Come on.
Probably sitting there mad at me.
Okay.
She's mad.
Throw some salt on it. And try it.
I'd lay a hand on it then.
You lay your hand on it. I'm very cold for you to touch. I won't move though.
Rocky, would you like to try it?
Why would Rocky need a book?
I'm like, words are for weak things.
I
It's
didn't
worth
try
a
to
try.
pick it up. Rocky will go try to pick it up.
It's cold in your hand too.
Zeph, Jiminy Pete, go pick up the book.
Zeph cannot pick no book up. The book.
So,
Well, he done that spatula and pick it up.
The book.
so Zeph also tries to pick up the book. It is cold in his hand and will not budge.
Now, what if we all touch it at the same time?
By our powers combined.
Like, Captain Planet emerges from the book.
Well,
Captain Thetadolyon.
But
That's
Captain
how-
Planet, which goes along with Belly's character. So then
Wolfie's coming with me,
All
though.
right, y'all got it.
The last time we all
Earth.
had to step foot on that stupid portal thing, so
No, she's Earth. You're Moon. You're Salt. Oh man, you all win.
Heart!
Don't be that.
All right.
Wow.
So
Who would have thought?
The little
Alright,
Abu
so-
with the
so-
monkey.
you all touch. Does everyone touch the book?
Yes.
Does Wolfie even put his paw up?
Yes.
Up there? All right. So there is a table with a book, and everyone just.
If the book's on the table, I'm guessing Bellamy's riding on Wolfie's back.
Yeah.
That way she can touch it.
I hate you with a fiery passion.
It's not that high. It's not that high at the table. Luckily, it's
Light as feather, stiff as board.
I will say though, when you put your hand on the book, the warmth that Lightbringer has, once Lightbringer puts his hand on, you all feel the warmth and feel it's almost something's looking at you, but it's almost like something is looking at you from not here. Doc's is standing there watching you all, and again he says, Omni's soul is trapped; it cannot move on. So until it's resolved, he will always be in limbo.
This limbo, another plane of hell.
It's like, luckily it's not the limbo that the demons are in.
Oh.
And at this point he says, until you all figure out what to do, I've been tasked to bring this here, and then maybe someday you'll know where to do this. The problem is, evil knows about this book, thanks to the Mind Flayer. And the Mind Flayers want this because of its knowledge and its power. He says, I can take it and move it, but I don't know if anyone else can. So even
Is it a matter of your beliefs that allows you to touch the book and move it, whereas we are of different beliefs?
It's like it's the power of my master, the Seraphim, who had touched Omni before.
Oh, and
And me.
she is a follower of which deity?
So technically, she is she's a manifestation of Io.
The god of knowledge.
Which in turn, even though Omni really did not have faith, but his pursuit of knowledge was always blessed by the gods who sought knowledge. Even now, I feel that his nose is in a book somewhere.
Therein lies our answer. Where's the closest church of Io?
Oh, it is not very close. So the last church of Io that existed in Thetadolyon was in the west, which now no longer exists. There is a church there but that was where the largest following was.
Don't we have a portal to the west?
No.
Oh, there's a portal. There is a
Oh,
portal.
there's a portal.
There is a portal in a house nearby here, but it takes you right to Zombie Central. So Doc starts to stagger a little bit, and he actually drops down to a knee. No, and he starts breathing heavy. He goes, "He says something's not right. My connection to the Seraphim is wavering." He says this house is clean, but something around me is starting to block my connection. He's got the amulet that he has, and he says, "I'm about to lose my connection for some reason. I'm being called back. I don't have the power to sustain myself." He comes up and he opens the book and puts the amulet in. He says, "Hopefully someday they'll know what to do." And he closes the book and using like the amulet as like a bookmark. And when he does, like he glows in this sort of goldish silver light and absorbs back into the amulet that he came out of. And at this point, you are literally just standing around the table.
We all get a notification that our connection to the internet's down.
Yep. So the weave net is down. So projected time for reconnection is never.
So what's everybody think? I'm running the blank.
We can try the Church of Ao, or we can attempt to find the body that has been taken by the drow
by the necromancer.
traitor.
That's why
Yeah, he's a cleric necromancer, but yes, he's a necromancer. But he was the one who has the body, so he would be the other one communicating with whatever's left of his soul.
Or we could try to find something maybe to bargain with the 9th level demon.
That would be that was my original thought, but it seemed to be a little too much for the people here.
So let's just take a vote.
Is there really a need for a vote, Donnie? What do you want to do?
I have no
Send
idea.
us, oh goddess.
I have no idea. I don't have clear answers about how he will come back to us if we do this.
Well, I don't know if it's a matter of him coming back to us, but not becoming part of the demon. Your friend, would you call him Doc, seemed more worried about the demon wanting his soul. Like I said, if you want to use something that the demon already wants to renegotiate, seeing as how the Mind Flayer will not be able to follow through on it, perhaps he would offer some sort of reincarnation or something of that matter, to where once Omni has completed his given task,
Omni did not have a task.
all the more reason that he is open for a pact, because he did not have one previously.
But making a pact with a demon lord
is any worse than making a pact with a cherubim? One way or the other, they're seeking to control a mortal soul.
Excuse me, everyone. There is a great evil forming around the house outside, and I have other important news to.
So,
wait a minute.
If you, while you all were talking, you didn't notice that Orion has come rushing in.
How did you even get in the house?
The door's unlocked. Nobody locked the door.
The door's been left open.
How is that door open?
So
I'm just saying, there's
The evil outside?
a whole lot of evil like, surrounding the whole house.
So and with this, the Guardian does come back appear, and he goes, Well, your friends has already informed you about what I was coming to tell you. Apparently, the miasma that was coming through the gate has not dissipated throughout the land. It is centered and formed a great barrier around us. It's almost like it is now trying to trap Highborn in an additional level of evil state. As much as I hate for you to tell you all this, there is a section of the Highborn that you have never been before.
Mm-hmm.
It is a section for fallen heroes and great deeds. It is basically our version of a cemetery that is around the back that's enclosed. Apparently, this miasma is coming down and trying to corrupt this.
So, if it's not one thing, it's another with Highborn here.
Undead champions.
Everybody's trying to attack the.
Well, as Grunberg would say, we definitely need to shut the front door. That would be number one on the agenda.
Now, the guardian says, "I opened the door because I knew that I knew that this person meant something to you, Crownbringer."
Well, he does. Very special.
So, but he said, but the guardian also says, "I will not be able to hold the door long because our connection, if it encompasses everything, the house will lose its power."
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We walk outside and see what we have. I will throw salt at it.
That is completely true.
Yeah, let's go check it out and try to stop them from taking over the graveyard.